Okay, in this video I'd like to show you how to use the various reports that are available within the scheduling tab. So again, this is the home page. I'm going to log in as the administrator. Go to the scheduling tab and then reports, and you'll see that there are a variety of reports available. The first one is print schedules. This comes up to a search window, and the reports pretty much work the same way for all of these. You can search by last name or parent's name, any of these available fields. So if you just want to print a schedule for a single student, you might type their last name and first name. If there's not a specific student you want, or if you want to print multiple schedules, just leave all of this blank and click Submit, and you will receive a list of all registered students. You can then pick which marking period. So for example, I want first trimester student schedules. We can include courses only active as of a certain date, but in this case we'll just leave that blank. You even have the added feature of clicking to add mailing labels. So not only would it print schedules, but then it would print mailing labels for all of the various students if you loaded the printer with adhesive mailing labels. So we've got 80 students that are all registered for at least one class in the first trimester. It's as simple as going to the bottom now with all the students listed and click Create Schedules for Selected Students. And bam! 80 different student schedules come out of the system listing all of the courses they're taking during the first trimester. If you click Print from this window, it'll break each of these schedules up into 80 separate pages. And that's all there is to it. So if we go back to some of the other reports, let's take a look at print class lists. Now this would be particularly helpful for the teachers to let teachers know who are going to be in their classes. Again, you can use a drop down to select a particular teacher, a particular subject or period, or just like the other menus, if you leave all of these blank, it's going to give you all of the options. So we've got 181 different courses listed, and you can see them all down here. What you can do is click the box just next to the very top course period here, and it will deselect everything. And then you can decide, oh, I just want the first trimester period 1 class for let's say Suzanne Hamilton's course here. And then you can select I want first and last names. You know what, she would also like to have their email addresses and phone numbers if they're available to be able to contact them. And how about their address as well? I select all those options, go to the bottom and select Create Class List. And here is a class list of all the students currently scheduled for pre-calculus and trig with their email addresses, phone numbers, and addresses. Now this address section will only print if the address was loaded on the second page, not under general options. So that's why we didn't have an address here for everybody. So again, you can play around with just selecting various items from this section to print this information. So that is all there is to it. Now again, for class list, perhaps you just wanted to run class list for a particular teacher. I could select Kathleen Chrysler and submit, and it'll only pull up the courses that she offers. I can deselect and say, you know what, I only want the first trimester courses that she's teaching. So I would select each of the first trimesters. Again, if you forget to select anything over here, you'll get a report with nothing in it. So don't forget to come over and select, say, first and last name. How about, again, the email ID? And how about the phone number? I believe phone number is on the general information page. So we can create class lists. And this will produce a class list just for, unless you get an error, like it appears I am. Let's try this again. And here we go. Wow, that was interesting. And so now we have student's name, email address for those that have email addresses, and phone numbers. This would also alert you that we have a few students that don't have any phone numbers yet loaded. So you'll see for each of our classes, we now have a complete list available. So what about some of these other reports? We can print just class pictures. So if we load up just particular students, we can print pictures. That'd be nice for the teachers if we can get pictures in there. They'll know what their students look like. The request and schedule reports, this is mostly for the functionality of allowing families to log into SIS and request courses. Since we're not using that feature this year, I'm not going to cover it here, but in the future we may shoot some videos and use that functionality. Incomplete schedules, even an add drop report, who was added and dropped from a particular course is available, all using similar menus. I hope this was helpful.